All right. So I'm live. Yeah, this is an informal typing on Asmongold. Last week we did Zoran Mamdani, and this week we're doing a YouTuber known as Asmongold, and he also does Twitch streaming. And yeah, I put in the title and thumbnail that he might be an ENFP. Now, I think I'll still include the disclaimer that there's no type accuracy guarantees. So that's the disclaimer. And yeah, just a few things about the series of live informal typing. Yeah, there's no typing guarantees in terms of accuracy. And there's, as far as, yeah, what you can hope for in the future is I hope more people get involved with typing either here or on their own. The idea is just more people get good at typing within the objective personality system and MBTI as well, because a lot of these patterns are visible and we can talk about it. And so this particular show is going to be consistent over basically every 2 weeks. I have 10 plus people in the backlog, and that list is continuing to grow. But yeah, I think this is basically an addition or a supplement to whatever Dave and Shan are covering. And but yeah, of course, I have less experience than them. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the typing. But first, yeah, a little note about last 2 weeks. I'm changing Zoran's typing from NIFI to NITI, but otherwise everything is the same. But yeah, there are some people in the comments who are sharing what they think Zoran Mamdani's type was, and yeah, there's some pretty persuasive things there, and I was already leaning one way or the other. So I'll be making these adjustments and calling them out in future classes as I'm, just getting through the typings. And yeah, so with Asmongold, some people see who he looks like. So is he like an STP? Charlie here, otherwise known as Penguinzo, is another person on YouTube with millions of followers. And he's got the same long hair, the same white shirt, so it's like, oh, are they similar in type? I think that they might be, but only as far as potentially like the mopey side goes. Yeah, but anyway, another bias I have is something like a Jack Sparrow or a pirate archetype. Yeah, because Asman, if you watch any of his videos, he's very much like an explorer type of person who, doesn't really care about anything other than what he's particularly interested in. Much like Jack Sparrow. So it's an interesting archetype. We're going to look into it. Specifically with the first clip, it's going to be funny because, pirates are known to have a vulnerability to something called scurvy, where you don't have enough vitamin C. So this first clip is going to cover how does Asmongold feel about fruits and has he tried them before? So we're going to go over 4 different clips and they're going to be a couple minutes long, just like last time. And then we'll just end the show soon after that. So yeah, let's look at Asmongold's type and see how he feels about fruits.
All right, Asmon's here. So, do you recognize all these?
I think this is a cantaloupe.
Yes.
Then I know these are bananas. I know what bananas are.
So
Why are the apples green?
I told you he wasn't gonna like him. I said before he got it, he's not gonna like him, and
Why-
he brought
why-
to him anyways.
Yeah, I don't know what this is.
Wait, do you know what this is?
Yeah, you throw that away. Like, whatever that is, you gotta throw that away. There's something wrong with that. It's got hair growing off of it. What are you doing?
Oh no.
You don't know what this is?
Hell no, I don't know what the f- that is. What the hell is that?
It's a kiwi, bro.
I thought that was a bird.
No, it's also a fruit. I'm scared.
Why?
I feel like you're gonna go into like shock or something.
I think that would be unfortunate if I wasn't shocked, but I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, like,
Yeah, it won't happen, guys.
because it's like I probably take like one bite of it, and like I'm gonna be honest, some of this shit, like y'all better not feel bad because I'm gonna spit this shit out. Like I tell you, like this, like what the f- Is this?
That's a kiwi.
Like, I know, but it's just like, and this right here, this looks like a.
Oh wait,
this looks like a rotten orange. What is this?
He's
I don't
not.
know. It says ripe when soft. Oh my god.
No, he's gonna puke.
Man, I don't know. How many of these are there? There's like 20 of them.
There's like 15 or 16 different fruits.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Okay, but you only need to like try a little bit to really like.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's Asmongold. He's trying fruits. Is he an observer or decider? You know, is he more scared of people or is he more scared of things? I think you can pretty much see that he's a little bit afraid of these fruits. And yeah, they're going to be doing a tier list basically. I have one more clip from this video to share, but it's going to be basically his dad calling in and sharing how he was as a kid and what his relationship to fruits is. But, you know, like with typology, you know, we almost don't even believe like that these people can have this weird thing going on with their brain. But, you know, this is just basically NE. And yeah, extroverted intuition will be a little bit funny with fruits or some things. Yeah, this next clip is with his dad calling in.
Well, I don't know, because he ate so much of that other crap.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's just that the seeds are what's weird.
So what? You ate the hell out of those things.
Look, I will tell you this. At least the grapes, I put those, they were at least okay. I'd be willing to eat those. But strawberries, I don't even remember that.
Your dad's so nice.
Bro, he just called your ass out. Hey, you changed. I'll say it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you liked him when you were a baby, man. Why are you more of a bitch now?
Oh my god.
Should I stop him in the freezer and then get him on at the end?
Sure.
I don't know.
It's below blueberry.
But not F?
No, because like it didn't like I could have swallowed it and not wanted to die.
Okay.
But with the raspberry.
All right, yeah. So that was the clip on basically he's scared of fruits, and even when he was a kid, but actually when he was a kid, he was better with it. So it's funny how we have different relationships with our demons. You know, you'll always say like, oh, you know, 20 years ago I did this thing, or yeah. So we change over time, and but yeah, when we're younger, sometimes we're able to do more of our demons because we're less afraid. You get less baggage. But yeah, with time, we all change. Speaking of which, I think the next clip is a little bit disturbing. So this is you know, if you're afraid of things like rats or if you get grossed out easily, just skip a few minutes. But yeah, this one is going to be again suggesting NE first and SI last. So it's going to be something with time, and how does Asmongold tell time, and how does he set up his alarm clock?
Get the dead rat out. I don't need to anymore. It doesn't smell bad. It would. The thing is, I used to use a dead rat as an alarm clock, actually, for my stream, because basically what happened was whenever the sun would come up, it would start cooking the corpse of the rat, and then it would start smelling again, and then the smell would wake me up. So I would use the rat effectively as an alarm clock, and as soon as it, you know, it got hot enough, it would wake me up, and then I would know, oh shit, it's time to stream.
Oh man.
You guys ever done that before?
You guys ever done that before? Oh man, totally
you
normal.
guys know what I'm
normal
talking about, right?
behavior.
Yeah. I mean, you guys know what it is. Yeah, it is what it is, right, guys? Yeah, it is what it is.
All right. But yeah, so that was just a clip on Asmongold telling time with a dead rat. You know, that's it's not really what everybody does, and you know, everyone wants to have NE. Everyone wants to be an ENFP or an ENTP, but you know, when you see one and you see how they are dealing with the sensor physical reality, you know, you definitely want to possibly run the other way. So yeah, I know some people might have thought that, you know, Asmon might be a different type, but this is, yeah, anyway, at least as far as the NE goes, it's yeah, this is what happens. You tell time with rats. Anyway, moving on a little bit better. So there's Salvador Dali with time. So yeah, people with SI fourth or even third will have a funny relationship with time specifically because it is sort of like a physical control over time. And I even see some SI saviors being a little bit more, or people who will have a better relationship with SI. They might be into watches and things like that. So that's something to watch out for in terms of patterns, right? So clip number 3. So in 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing an episode of live informal typing with HasanAbi. And so this is basically going to get into it a little bit, but from Asmongold's perspective. Now, Asmon basically sees Hasan as kind of like a competitor or a rival, but because Asmongold is a double decider, he's going to throw some compliments his way too. So it's not like totally one-sided. That's what deciders will get wrong is they only see one side of a person, the positive or the negative, but Asmon will see basically both sides, the good and the bad.
Tapped into to reach young male voters.
Punch in, then you won't be able to see that he's not doing any weights.
But Hasan is not a Trump supporter. He's a progressive, a fan of Bernie and AOC. The Democratic Party even invited him to the DNC in August.
Didn't they kick him out too?
One thing we've been hearing for weeks now is that the left needs a Joe Rogan.
Yeah. I don't think that the Democratic Party can podcast itself out of this issue. Joe Rogan, he endorsed Bernie Sanders in 2020. Maybe they should do an autopsy on why he left the party.
I'm going to be honest. I think he's right. He is. Yeah. There's a reason why people leave, and they leave over policy. They leave over like weird woke shit and stuff like that. No, he's right.
Yeah, so that's just him throwing Hasan a bone there by saying like Hasan is diagnosing the problem correctly. And so that's what double deciders will do. Even if they don't really like someone, they will see the positive sides of the other person. And especially with being potentially a social 2 on top of being a double decider, that's like a super double decider. And so, yeah, you'll definitely get more of a back and forth. And so that's something good to learn from, especially if there are people you don't like just kind of see both sides of that.
Tapped into to reach.
All right, so in the next clip, basically, it'll just be a little bit more of that, but we're going to be getting into how the social 2 is looking at the market a little bit more, where Hasan is focused on the policies and the specialization. Asmongold is more on the generalization and looking at, hey, how is everyone feeling about this? Particularly with things like slurs or bannable offenses when it comes to content creation and content streaming. He'll have some opinions on that, some opinions also on the labels, which are SI. So it's going to be a combination of things. He'll be looking at the market, but also the labels.
See white stuff that you're talking about? Well, he might not agree with it. No. I think that he might not think that it's valid. I think that Hasan understands that what I'm saying is accurate. He just doesn't agree with the conclusion. That's two very different things. I think it's very easy to identify, yes, this is why people are mad, without going and saying that you agree with why they're mad. He doesn't understand. He doesn't agree. Yeah, exactly. It's simple. And so anyway, I think that's the main thing. And so the moment that, and I feel like, again, when you see people that are getting preferential treatment, or especially like on Twitch, this has happened a lot, where people have said negative things like, calling people crackers, etc., and not getting in trouble for it. Fuck that. Fuck that. Is like, I don't want people being able to say things that are like racially derogatory towards me. Why would I want to be okay with that? Why would I want that to happen?
Yeah, so basically Asmon is able to look at the landscape of the possibilities and talking more broadly about things. And other than that, there's some double deciding there and kind of pushing on how he feels about how the labels should or should not be applied. Basically, if he's focused on the SI aspect of like, hey, don't call me a certain name because then you're going to be, taking a fight with me. And anyway, that's something to be watching out for. We're getting close to the end. So this is the last clip. And it's less than a minute long, and it's just going to be Asmongold being a mopey person. So consume and sleep savior. So you can see how that is, and you can see some other parts in there too. So, it's going to be him just starting a new podcast and how do his friends treat him with, trying to get him to start a podcast with them.
Hey.
Yo.
Guys, I know it's a huge secret. A lot of people did not know this, but we are very proud to announce that we will be beginning our own podcast, Steak and Eggs.
Yep, uploads every Friday. Every Friday.
I have to leave the house once a week now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Oh, boy. Wow, yeah, guys. Had something come up. Emmy, you guys did Noodle Shop, and I was doing all craft, and Emmy hit me up, and she was like, you want to combine the podcasts? And I did the same thing that I always do. I made a very vague, non-committal response that nobody could hold against me.
Did say yes, so I made sure to immediately tell everyone so he couldn't back out of it.
No, Emmy bullied your ass.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is, dude.
That's not true.
All right, so you check what state he's in. Yeah, he doesn't want to leave the house. That's basically the archetype. He's a very successful person, but a successful person that's not leaving the house, basically. And he has to get bullied to leave the house. So that is kind of a slam dunk for Mope in a way. But there's other clips. I've watched a lot of different videos from him over the past few years, but it's that's just what mopes are like. And so now it's time to go to the elimination tool, and seeing as how he treats time, rats, fruit as well, you can pretty much say he's at least not a censor, if you're not already getting any. And he's definitely a mope. He basically doesn't leave his house. And there are probably other types that do that, other types of sleep saviors. But I think with the variety of content he's doing, you can also kind of look at OE. And even at the end there, if you watch more videos, whenever you're typing, you have to kind of watch a lot in order to type people. But as you get better, you don't have to watch as much. As you get better at typing, you don't have to watch as much. So here I'm narrowing it down to NE. Lead NE first. I think he has FI. Some people might say that he has TI, but I'm basically seeing him go for a favorite blankie. He's, he has his own FI things, but I'm not proving it in any of these clips. But that's something you would have to look on your own. But yeah, I'm definitely seeing Observer. There's a lot of double deciding. Even though HasanAbi is one of his rivals, he will say nice things on a regular basis. And he has OE, not OI. So that's the difference between him and Charlie. So my final guess is going to be MF, NEFI, Consume, Sleep, Play, Blast Last, number 2. So I think with the sexual modalities, he might be double feminine. So that one I'm not super sure on, but it's definitely SI last. At least as far as I'm seeing it. And that's kind of my guess, right? It's a guess. And that would be similar or the same 512 type as Steve Aoki. I don't know Steve Aoki's social type, but he's also got the long hair, so it doesn't automatically make someone double feminine or something, even though I've thought about that. But yeah, that's again, it's the same 512 type ENFP with the long hair and mopey. So that's my final guess, locking it in. And if there's going to be any changes, I'll probably either make a note or I'll come up with a list somewhere to keep track of all the different celebrities or whoever I'm typing in the live informal typing series. And so, anyway, that's basically it. because in 2 weeks, I'm going to be doing a live informal typing episode on HasanAbi. And we'll have a mystery person in 4 weeks. I'll leave a hint who it might be. It's going to be a teacher, someone who teaches little kids. And so that'll be in 4 weeks. And yeah, thanks for watching. That's everything. And the quality of these videos will improve over time. And I'm hoping that, the format will be adaptable. We'll see how much I can get. The live interactions, it's a little tough in the beginning because I'm still figuring things out. But I think the future of ops typing is bright, and optimistic about it. I hope whoever you're typing, have fun with it and get good at the skill, because there is a future for this stuff. But the next class will be on HasanAbi. See you then. Take care.